Hey everyone, GirlMeetsPixels here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you guys a really fun collab that I did with the super amazing AuroraSims, and we decided to do a speed build, and instead of just building like a family home or a house or something like that and one of us decorates and one of us build it, we decided to do a community lot instead because we were both like, you know what, we really need more community lots in our games, and you know, why not? It'd be really fun. So let's try it. So we decided to make an arcade and bowling alley slash like little restaurant area and whatnot in it too. So it's just like this big, nice, modern arcade and bowling alley, and just like has so many different things that your Sims can do inside of it. So I built it and she decided to decorate it. She was like, heck no, I ain't building. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I got it, girl. So this is my first attempt at really just building a community lot like ever. I never build them because back in the past I have tried and they just don't turn out looking too good. So I was a little nervous, and normally, if you guys know me, I say this quite a bit, but when I do my speed builds, I tend to base them off real life house and floor plans. So for this community lot, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have my little crutch that I normally have of, you know, a floor plan. So I had to kind of just make it up as I went and hoped for the best. So that's what I did. So right now, the shape of it is basically about the shape that it will stay, and the size of it. It's a decently sized lot. And I don't know, I love it. I think it turned out really cute. I wanted to go for more of like a modern looking style. I tend to go with more traditional looking homes and everything, but for a community lot, I really find like a modern-esque style really is much more fresh looking. And I mean, I've only been to two types of like arcades and bowling alleys. They're either like really like fun and bright and modern and a little bit commercial, or they're like super dingy and old and outdated. And I was like, I don't want either of those. So I decided to do something really just fun and bold and bright. I was really inspired by Deligracy, and I actually went back and watched a lot of her like old Sims 3 speed build videos to gain a little bit of inspiration, just because I mean, this was a little bit outside my style anyways. I don't usually go with modern builds, and so I was just like, okay, like I don't even know how to do this. I don't know where to start. So I went and watched Deligracy, and I was able to just kind of watch what she did and get a little bit of insight on it. Obviously, this is not, you know, up to Deligracy standards whatsoever, because she is an amazing builder. If you've never watched her videos before, she's super amazing. So go check her out, Deligracy. She's awesome. But yeah, anyway, so right now I'm kind of messing around with CFE, or constrained floor elevation, just to give a little bit more depth and layers to this building. I don't really know how to explain CFE. If you want like to learn more on it and whatnot, I would just Google Sims 3 CFE. It'll explain everything there. It's just a tool where you can, well, the tool and a cheat where you can, you know, edit the levels of the floor, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it fully, so Google it if you don't know. But I was messing around with that because I do know how to use it a little bit. So I was like, maybe I can do something. And then I kind of wanted to do like this dipped in bowling area. So like you kind of had to walk down these stairs to get to the bowling area, but it just was not working for me. And I was like, you know what, Brittany, like it's not even worth it. Like screw it. Let's just move on from it. And so I did. I kind of gave up on it, but maybe in the future I can do something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm just like so excited about this build. It was so much fun, and AuroraSims, oh, she is so amazing. And we had so much fun collabing on this, or at least I did. And she was just like so fun. Like she had so many good ideas, and I was like, yes, we're like on the same level. Like, thank you. So it was just so much fun. And you guys will definitely need to go check out her decorating video of it. She sent me some pictures of how it turned out, but I haven't seen all of it. So I'm really excited to see her video and see the full thing all decorated. But from the pictures that she sent me, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's exactly how I envisioned it and everything. So I was so excited about it. But yeah, all her links and everything will be down below in the description bar, so you guys can check her out because she is super awesome. She has an amazing channel. She's super funny, super kind, so I definitely recommend just going and checking out her channel if you never have, and also just checking out her video decorating this this cute little arcade and bowling alley place. So now I'm working on the second level. At first, I was just going to do a one level arcade and stuff. I was like, Brittany, like, let's keep this simple. Let's not complicate this. So I was just going to do one story. And then I was like, you know what would be really cool is if we put like a restaurant area on the upstairs floor. So there'd be a little bit cut out and they could look down below and, you know, see the bowling and the rest of the arcade while they're dining. And they would have these really cool views from these really big picture windows because I wanted to put in some really cool modern windows. And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's do a second level. So I did. And I mean, I think it turned out pretty cool. I add these cute like little columns on the outside just to give more interest. Because right now the build is looking just like the state of Oklahoma. It has like, it looks like a little pot. So like a cooking pot, not like other pot, guys. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so it was just looking like Oklahoma to me. And I was like, okay, I got to change this up. So I went in and added these little column looking things. And I actually recolor them to be different so that they just stand out more. And they just give interest and shape to this box and little rectangle. Because I was just like, you know what, like it needs to look interesting. I don't want it to look flat and boring. And I mean, it's an arcade. You're supposed to have fun. So I wanted it to reflect that. So I also saw, you will see that down below, on the main area on the outside, I put like those diagonal walls, and full credit goes to Deligracy for that. Cause I was watching some speed build of hers and I was like, oh my gosh, like that is so cute. Like I really like that idea. It really gives like this cool effect. But then I was like, you know, I don't want to steal that. Cause like, I don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, you stole that from Deligracy. Like, why are you copying her? And I was like, no, but like, I really like it though. So I just tested it out and I was like, oh, I like this too much. So full credit goes to Deligracy. Like really, she just inspired me for this build because I normally don't build like this. But I mean, I still obviously put my own twist to it and everything, and I did things my way. But full credit for the diagonal wall look goes to Deligracy for that because it was so cute. I loved it. So now I'm going in and starting to paint. This is about basically the shape that the building will stay for the rest of the build, and this is what it will end up looking like. But yeah, so I wanted to do like really fun colors for the outside, for, you know, the exterior walls and everything. So I first started with like this kind of like a teal color. And I was like, okay, this is cute, like in this like little side paneling kind of thing. And maybe I'll do a coral and a turquoise, or maybe I'll do like this blue and like this turquoise kind of color. Or it's like a teal, I guess, huh? And at first I was like, okay, but then it started looking too pastel. And I was like, it's an arcade. It'll probably be darker on the inside because a lot of the places I've been to are like that. And I was just like, I wanted to, you know, reflect that, but still be fun and bright. So you'll see through the rest of this video, this weird evolution of all these colors schemes that I go through. It took me forever. I had to cut out a whole bunch of footage of me recoloring for like a good hour. Like I just could not finish or like decide on a color scheme because I just like, there was so many different color schemes that I wanted to do. I just couldn't decide on one. And eventually I put up this bowling sign right there and I was like, okay, maybe I'll reflect the colors on the bowling sign because that would make more sense, you know? So everything flows a little bit better and it's more cohesive. So in the end, I actually ended up using like the colors from the bowling alley sign and really just like make them bolder. And I really like it. I think it turns out perfect and it's super cute. And I don't know, I love it. I cannot wait for my Sims to go and visit it and go bowling and play on the arcade games and eat at the restaurant. So yeah, now I'm adding in a little bit of, you know, landscaping. It really didn't need that much. I mostly just focused on making it like concrete everywhere or asphalt everywhere because I didn't want to add like a whole bunch of trees and stuff. I want it to be very universal. Of course, when you guys download this, you guys can go in and add your own trees if you want. I do move it from this lot to a bigger size lot, which I will link down in the description bar below or type out the dimensions of the lot so you guys know what kind of lot to place it on. Just because I do put it, you know, on a bigger lot. Of course, you can put on any size lot you want, of course. But yeah, so now I'm going in and adding windows. And at first I started with these more square windows. And I actually go in and change them later and then change them again. So I changed the windows multiple times. But yeah, I added a pop of red there on the diagonal walls, which I think those end up staying red, but they go through quite a few color changes. And yeah, it's I'm telling you guys, this color scheme changes so much, like so much. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Brittany, like just decide on one. Then I found these really cool circle windows, and I was like, oh, I didn't know I even had these in my game. And I realized that they were into the future, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I've like never really used these. So I was like, oh, I really like this. They're really cute. But then I messaged AuroraSims. I sent some pictures and whatnot of like the work in progress of the speed build and everything. And she's like, oh, where'd you get those windows? And I was like, oh, they're from Into the Future. She's like, oh, I don't have Into the Future. And I was like, girl, it's all good. I will change it. But if you guys have Into the Future, you guys are totally open to changing them to the circle windows. You guys know what it looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to keep them, like, if I'll, in my game, put them as circle windows, or if I'll put them, or keep them as the rectangle square windows. I'm not really sure yet. They're both really cute. They both end up looking really cool, and I can't like wait to place this down in some of my worlds and put it like on a lake or something like that, so you can like have a really cool dining experience while you're sitting in the restaurant there and look out these super huge windows and just see this beautiful view. Like that's just like my goals. That's like how I imagine it and everything. Because I build inside on a world that's meant for building, so it's just all flat, and there's like a little bit of trees, but that's it. There's nothing else. It's a small world. So that's what I build in because it's easy to load up. The loading times are so quick. So I use that, and so I don't get to, you know, test it out and put like really cool views for it or anything like that. But yeah, so I cannot wait to place it in my game and just see the beautiful views through those windows. So I'm going in and adding an elevator right now. Normally I would have, well, at first I wanted to go in and add some stairs, but looking at like how it was set up and everything, I felt like the stairs would take up too much of the space, and I wanted it to be a very open area, not too closed off and whatnot. So I was like, okay, let's try an elevator. I have never placed down an elevator in any of my builds ever. Like not even like off camera or anything. Like I've never used the elevators besides like in late night in the apartments, and like my Sims just like go up and down it. Like I've never placed one, so I didn't know if I did it right properly. I think I did it right. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, did I do it right? So you guys might have to change it for all I know. Hopefully not though. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so I'm going in and adding it. I first started putting it in that right corner, and then I was like, you know what? That's too weird next to the bathrooms. Like, who wants to stand and wait for the elevator while, you know, they're standing next to the freaking bathrooms? Like, that's just not fun. So I was like, okay, I'll move the elevator over, keep the bathrooms in the same area. And it worked out. I think the flow of it makes so much more sense. So when you first walk right into the doors, your Sims can go straight up the elevator to the restaurant. They don't have to like walk all the way across the arcade to get to the elevator. So I feel like it made more sense. But yeah, so I'm going in, adding the doors and whatnot. And then I also added up top on the second floor. You guys saw me add a little room. That's for your kitchen or for your industrial oven set. I imagine you guys using the bistro set from the Sims 3 store for a restaurant in here. That's just how I pictured it, and I don't know if AuroraSims put it like that or not. I think we kind of discussed that. So yeah, if you guys have that set, definitely recommend using it. So then that little room right there with the double doors is your kitchen, and you can place your industrial oven or any other kind of things you want in there, I guess. But yeah, so I'm going in and adding these windows, and I love these windows. They're huge, big picture windows, and I love them. They are so gorgeous. So I don't know, I really like them. Even though they're really square and they're not like circular like the other ones, I feel like they bring in more light, and I don't know, I like that personally. My opinion on that. Right here I'm moving the lot because I wanted it on a bigger lot, just so that there was more room and just so it didn't seem so cramped. I felt like it was just very much like right next to the sidewalk, and I was like, okay, maybe we should make that a little bit bigger. So like I said, I will put down below in the description bar the size of the lot that you need to place it on. Obviously you can go bigger than that. I don't know if you can go smaller than that. I'm not sure. But yeah, so those, oh my gosh, those parking lots, oh my gosh, I kept switching them so much. Like you guys didn't even see half of it. I could not decide on an orientation for them. I didn't know if I wanted them to be directly like face on, or if I wanted them to be flipped on the side, or like, yeah, it was kind of a mess. I think eventually I end up flipping them. Oh, I can't remember now. I can't remember. I think I flip them to the side just to give a little bit more walking room to the front doors. But yeah, I also messed around with the sign a lot. I found these cool waterfall light things. I think they are from Late Night. I could be wrong. And I was like, these look cool, and they light up really cool at night and give this really cool effect behind the sign. And then I also took these pieces, these little computer tech pieces from Showtime that are props for like stage props, and I just put them on the little wall. And I'm like, okay, cool. It looks like an arcade motherboard kind of thing. I don't know. It made sense to me. It made sense to me while, you know, I was doing it. So but yeah, so then I'm going in and adding lighting, and that's important to me. I love how buildings and houses look at night in the game when I have really cool lighting. I don't know, it's my favorite thing to add in, which is really weird. But yeah, I love adding in lighting. And they also added these little comic book cutout poster thingies. I don't know, I just thought they added to, you know, the theme and the color scheme actually too. And then I also added these back doors as like an employee hangout place towards the back. So I actually fenced that all off. Made it look a little bit, you know, city-like, a little bit, not industrial exactly, but just very city-like. You see fences, like the chain link fences. Yeah, like these ones. I mean, yeah, kind of, now looking at it, kind of looks prison-ish, but it's not. It's more like industrial, city, grungy kind of look. That's what I was going for. But it's a little employee resting area. There's like a little picnic bench out there so they can eat their lunches or their dinners. And there's posters on the back of the wall and whatnot. Just a place for the employees to go and sit. Your Sims will probably have access to it unless you like lock it or something and turn this into like an actual business. But that's just like in my head. I was like, let's make this realistic. There'd be like an employee break area. It's also where the dumpsters are for, you know, the trash and everything. So yeah, I don't know. I like making it, you know, a little bit more realistic, more fun and realistic. I don't know. I find realism a little bit more fun in the game, but not like, it doesn't have to be 100% realistic, perfectly there. Yeah, so I'm going in and adding dumpsters. And I think those are base game dumpsters. I don't think they came with anything, to be quite honest. I don't think so. And yeah, there I go and add a little fence and a little light, or not a fence, a little bench and some lights. And there's gates that you can like walk in through that way if you want to, if your Sims want to. I don't know why they would want to. Maybe lock it or something, but yeah, so we're coming pretty close to the end here. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Please go check out AuroraSims. She makes super amazing videos and you'll love her channel. I promise you that you will. So go check her out. This lot is available for download down below in the description bar. I have multiple links to it. This is the shell version of it. The decorated version will be on AuroraSims video. So I would definitely recommend checking that one out if you want that one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yes, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my very next video. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you aren't already subscribed, make sure to click that button down below. If you want to see more of me, you can check out my links to the side. I have my Twitter where I ramble all day. And I also have my other YouTube channel where I make beauty and fashion videos, so make sure to check them out. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!